reveal your true musical self. By the nature of just how we came into the studio here at Fort Wayne, we were confronting a lot of things about ourselves as musicians, and creators, and improvisers.
On this particular album, they came in with the intent to prepare it on the floor.
We didn't have the chance to get together. We've just been so busy, all of us. So we were kind of doing pre-production while at our instruments here in the studio.
I think we spent more time working out a quick arrangement than we did actually recording a take. Because once they had the arrangement, 1, 2, 3, burn 3 takes, all right, we like take 2, on to the next song. That is maturity as a musician.
And I love what happened. I love how the sounds and performances were captured. So it's only 16 bars. Okay, so let's do the 16 bars, and then back to the top. Rehearsal. 1, 2, 3.
The thing about jazz is it's one of those genres of music that comes across in its best and purest form when people are in a room communicating. Whether they're soloing, playing behind someone while they're soloing, everyone's always communicating in between the notes and as a unit. That's where the synergy, happens.
I think we're counting wrong. Yeah. That was only 8 bars.
That was only 8? Oh, okay, 16.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's gonna work. We're good.
Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's a 16. Ready when you are, Mark. 1, 2. I was in a store the other day, they were playing I Want to Hold Your Hand, and it sounded great. It didn't sound old. It's like a piece of music by Bob. Great jazz is like that. There's no timestamp. I don't think there's a timestamp on great music. The timestamp as far as my own musical growth or evolution. My father had been a bass player. He was a psychiatrist by the time I was born. But jazz was still his passion. He had a band called Fred Erskine and his Music for Moderns. I started taking lessons when I was 5. My mother took me to see a Broadway show when I was 7. I looked down into the pit, and that cemented it for me. I want to be a professional musician. I wanted to wear the white shirt all the time. But I already had the jazz snob thing going when I was pretty young. Well, my very first drum set was a conga drum from Havana, Cuba, and a small sizzle cymbal. I like to say that this functioned not only as a drum set, but also as a sort of compass that told me what I would be doing for the rest of my life. My My relationship with Indiana goes back a long ways. I first came here in 1961, just after I turned 7 years old, to attend my first national stage band camp. So to make music here, it just feels like a lot of dots connected, and I do feel like I'm back home again.
One of the great things about being here in the Midwest is people stop by. So when the opportunity came up that Peter was in the area, there was more than one of us that said, "Man, we need to have Peter come to Sweetwater."
You know, I made my first professional recording in the studio just outside of Bloomington, Indiana. There was a drummer slash engineer studio owner named Jack Guilfoyle, and he had a wonderful little studio, and we were recording onto an 8-track reel-to-reel machine. That just blew our minds to have 8 tracks. My band features the incredible John Beasley on keyboards, my dear old friend, the wonderful Bob Shepard on saxophone, and the young and phenomenal bass player from New Zealand, Benjamin Shepard, no relation to Bob Shepard. So one day I'm at the NAMM convention, Anaheim. Imagine, NAMM on a Friday. It's quite noisy, and I couldn't really get a take on what the drums were sounding like. So the good people at Tama followed up with an email. We'd love for you to try the drums, where you can actually sit down and play them and spend a little time. And I said, sure. Instead of an A-B testing, though, I thought it would be more interesting, possibly more profound, to do an A-B-C-D-E testing. And they simply sounded better. Decided to play them on a gig that night. Called my wife, asked her to drive across town. And I didn't say anything else about the drums, but what she said to me about the drums meant quite a bit. She came up to me on the intermission and said, "I really like the way these drums are making you play. Any instrument that inspires you, that makes you feel better about music, well, it's a rewarding instrument to play." And that's a situation I've found myself in, and I'm really grateful for it. And I'm 62 now, and I found an instrument for the rest of my life. Every time I play the drums, it feels like Christmas morning. It's just like, wow, it's a gift. Snare drums. Snare drums are a drummer's thing. We all have a real passion about snare drums, and that's because they're wonderful instruments. They're so central to who we are as drummers and to what we play. This is a maple snare drum, solid maple. The shell is just a thing of beauty. Brass hoops. Tama calls their sound arc hoops, with kind of a stick saver curve, beautiful cross stick sounds, rim shots, which make the drum a delight to tune and even more fun to play. cymbals I'm using include a K-Zildjian Constantinople medium weight 22-inch ride, a 19-inch Armin ride with 3 rivets, a 22-inch Swish knocker, great cymbal, an 18-inch K dark thin crash, which pairs up beautifully with the 16-inch K custom session crash. Beautiful sound of like water. Hi-hats, generally I use new beats, because new beats can do everything. This is a pair of the new Avedis cymbals, and like being a kid in the 60s again. But wait, there's one more. This is an 8-inch flash splash. The flash splash is the kind of splash cymbal that captures that sense of danger. You know, it's exciting. So the go-to drum head, Remo fiberskin diplomats on my tom batters, clear ambassadors on the bottom, Remo coated ambassador for my snare drum, and I'll either use a coated ambassador on like an 18-inch bass drum, sometimes a fiberskin. For the 20 and 22, I'm happy to use the Power Stroke, which is just an incredible drum head. And I can play it small group jazz, big band jazz, funk, anything. I did bring a little bit of home with me, not just my cymbals or this Tama drum set, but we replicated my Shure microphone setup, the same selection of Shure mics that I use in my home studio. Mark Hornsby used here in the Sweetwater studio. And I'm going to let Mark tell you all the specs.
I don't think there's anyone recording music alive today that does not use Shure microphones. I use Shure microphones all the time when recording. Peter as well. So the setup for miking Peter's Tama drum set is almost exclusively Shure microphones. On Peter's kick drum, which is a 20-inch kick, we had a Shure SM7 and a Royer 121. The combination of the dynamic microphone and the ribbon element is a really nice combination. It captures the air from the drum